right, they're coming up. Okay. Everyone ready? So we appreciate your patience today. You're going to be hearing from Capitol Police Chief Tom Manger, D.C. Police Chief, MPD Chief Robert Conti, and the Washington Field Office, Steve, is here as well. So, Chief Manger.
Again, thank you for your patience. Just moments ago, Floyd Roy Rosenberry from Grover, North Carolina, was taken into custody without incident. As we talked about earlier, Mr. Rosenberry had parked a truck and was sitting in a truck for several hours in front of the Library of Congress, and he had advised that he had explosives, and over the course of time we tried to negotiate with Mr. Rosenberry. We first started doing that with a whiteboard, just writing messages back and forth. We used a robot to get a telephone down to him, but he would not use the telephone. But shortly after we had delivered the telephone, he got out of the vehicle and surrendered, and the tactical units that were close by took him into custody without incident. So I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Chief, were there any explosives in the vehicle, and do you know a motive?
We don't know if there are any explosives in the vehicle. It's still an active scene. While Mr. Rosenberry has been taken into custody and has been removed from the scene, we still have to search the vehicle and render the vehicle safe, so we don't know as of yet. We do know that Mr. Rosenberry has had some losses of family. In his, I believe his mother recently passed away, and we spoke with members of his family, and there were other issues that he was dealing with. There'll be more on that before at a later time.
Was he acting a military background?
We're not aware of, according to his family, we're not aware of any law enforcement or military background.
What about the other explosive he talked about?
I can't.
About other four explosives, he said there are other bombs in his video.
Again, it's an active scene that we're trying to render safe in terms of any other explosives. That's still ongoing.
How much longer do you think that will take?
Not that we're aware of.
How much longer do you think it will take to assess the scene?
Hours. It will take hours to assess the scene.
Chief, are you
was this a known figure to the Capitol Police?
No.
Chief, are you tracking movements before he arrived here at the scene?
All of that is part of what will be a comprehensive investigation. But I just right now I just want to report that he is in custody and that that part of it is done.
But we don't know if he made any stops in D.C. before stopping here.
Not at this point, no.
What was his demeanor?
He gave up and did not resist, and our folks were able to take him into custody without incident.
How did you guys convince him to surrender peacefully? What did you say that got him?
We had been in communication with him, but when we delivered the phone, there were no conversations via phone. As far as we could tell, it was just his decision to surrender at that point.
Was he acting alone?
Right now, we have no indication that he was acting with anyone else, but that, again, is part of the ongoing investigation.
Do we know what he's being charged with?
At this point, we'll work with the U.S. Attorney in terms of getting all the charges together. The little bit of criminal history that we were able to determine was in the state of North Carolina, and it was nothing that serious. But we just, this is what we've been able to find preliminarily.
Steve, as you've seen in and around the car, anything else, any other contents that you guys have been able to have visual fidelity
So
on?
we had information and evidence of what was in the bed of his truck. And there were some things that were concerning, but ultimately we were able to take them in custody without incident. But there were certain things that we saw in the truck. For instance, a propane gas container, but obviously that was not, at this point, we think that's safe.
Can you just clarify, sir? Can you clarify the suspect's name, the spelling of the name?
Floyd Roy Roseberry, Roseberry.
Roy with an O.
That's that.
We're going to be pushing out a
Yeah,
news release with all the.
I'm reading someone else's
including the
handwriting,
date of
so I
birth
don't
and
know.
spelling.
Where is he right now? Is there a mental evaluation?
He's in our custody
But
right
exactly where is he going to the hospital? Is there a mental evaluation?
now. The first thing is going to be criminal charges that are placed, and then anything there be any number of outcomes once he is goes before a judge.
But he's in federal custody on this property, or like where is he?
Well, he was just taken into custody moments ago, so I'm not sure if he's still there or if he's been taken. He's been moved away from the scene. All right, thank you all very much. We appreciate it.
Chief, will this change your security posture going forward? Especially with September 18th. Will this change your posture at the Capitol going
So,
forward?
folks, obviously, to answer Kenneth Moten's question, we actually just rushed over here to brief you guys. So we're still processing a lot of information as well. As soon as we do, we're going to keep pushing things out on Twitter. We're going to put out a news release with full details, spelling, date of birth, all that stuff. We know you have a lot of questions. I'm monitoring through email, and we will provide much more information later. Thank you.
Thinking of another conference, or is this it?
There's probably not any more questions.